Welcome into a Wednesday edition of the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered here by Go Chevrolet. Shout out to our crew online at GEAUXChevrolet.com. Go Chevrolet's got a couple of locations, including a brand new car lot out in Laplace and a used car lot over here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All the inventory is online at GEAUXChevrolet.com. Good Wednesday morning to you out there. We appreciate you starting your day here with us. Make sure to hit that like button, share button, comment button. Got a full crew this morning. Stewie is here. Lloyd is here. The carpool queen is here. No more carpool for a couple of months.
Carpools, but no more
Still
morning
afternoon
carpools.
carpools?
Everybody's not out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is afternoon carpool?
What do you mean?
Like, is that like
school?
pickup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how do they get there?
Well, David.
Oh, okay.
Out to home, but Sophie's out. Cooper's out.
Oh.
So we're almost there.
House dad.
House dad.
Yeah.
The dream.
Right, I love
the
that.
dream.
Jamil and
dad.
Bree is here on this Wednesday morning. It is a busy Wednesday morning. We're going to talk to David Brewerton, who's the head coach of Zachary High School. His quarterback, Eli Holstein, committed to Alabama just minutes after we went off the air yesterday.
It like popped up on my phone.
Recruiting insider, Shay Dixon. We were talking about Holstein in his summer, and obviously Alabama was a school that had been trending, but Holstein shut it down yesterday, committed to the Tide. We will talk to Coach Brewerton about Holstein and his development going into his senior season. What is the expectation for Eli here after a very successful junior campaign for Zachary and the Broncos? Then before we get to hour number one, or we're waiting to see what time Peter Burns tells us he's going to be available. They're going into programming meetings right now because it looks like they're about to get blasted by another round of bad weather over in Hoover. So this day with the SEC baseball tournament is going to be all thrown in the air. LSU was originally scheduled to play the winner of Auburn and Kentucky at the late game tonight. That game had been moved to tomorrow morning. There could be more shuffling before we even go off the air, and Peter Burns is inside of the SEC network programming meetings right now, and he'll be able to kind of bounce in and out of there and share 15 minutes with us at some point, probably before hour two or somewhere around there of the 8 o'clock hour. So Peter Burns and David Brewerton. Remember, our phone lines brought to you by our friends over at Metropolitan Health Group, Real Doctors, Real Solutions, Jason Ramazan, Jason Ramazan and Charlie Harvey, and the entire crew over there at Metropolitan Health Group. True Blue Water, TRUBluewater.com. TrueBlueWater.com is where you can get on the delivery route if you want to check out where we get our water. Man, it was the recruiting news, sports news. We will get to it, but a very sad day in our country yesterday, as Steve Kerr in his video yesterday during the shoot-around portion of Golden State getting ready for Game 4 in Dallas of the Western Conference Finals is something that I believe a lot of people are feeling right now. And Steve Kerr has always been very outspoken. He comes from a political family. If you watch The Last Dance, or if you've done any type of research on the Kerrs, you understand that they're very plugged into politics. Steve Kerr is never hidden from that on his public platform, and I'm not here to debate politics, because to me this is something and a topic that it does not matter which side of the aisle that you sit on. There has to be something done about gun control in this country right now. There has to be conversations on how these types of events stop. I mean, it's becoming so regular, and people are almost becoming numb to it. And as Kerr reminded us on his way out last night, we can't be numb to it. We have to speak up on it. And I'm not here to turn this into a debated platform. I'm just saying, if there's anything or any way that we can be a part of the change for the better and for the positive, we are all in. And if it means just bringing it up this morning and recognize it, because it is incredible to even think about as a parent dropping your kid off to school and not being able to pick them up. It's unfathomable to even have that thought. And for 18 sets of parents yesterday, that happened right outside of San Antonio. And enough is way past enough on this topic. And I don't care if you're Democrat, if you're Republican, if you're whatever you are, however you title or feel about your politics, the state of our country is in shambles. And this, what happened yesterday, I mean, I cannot imagine the feeling, grief, and just anger that people feel that were close to that situation yesterday. Because I know since I heard the news, my whole, and it doesn't bring anything to the, but it's just, this has to rock everybody, right?
Yes.
I mean, everybody has to feel this, whether you're close to it or not. I mean, kids, it was second, third, and fourth grade kids on their campus, behind chain link fence, behind closed doors, in classrooms, that thought they were safe. And the parents, in dropping them off 2 days before summer break, didn't get to pick their kids up. I picked up little Jay from school 2 days ago. I mean, I hit my knees last night, man. Something has to give. Something has to change.
Something more than thoughts and prayers and moments of silence.
Yes, and I agree with Steve Kerr, man. How
Yeah.
many times can you really say that stuff? And then you just move on to the next day?
Well, yeah, it doesn't even mean anything anymore. That's just what everyone says every time this happens. What were the stats, Bree, that you said earlier? About what were the stats you said earlier about days in the year and mass shootings?
There's been over 200 mass shootings this year in 2022 alone, and we're only 145 days in.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And look, man, I'm not getting into the gun control portion of it because I think that there are mental health issues in our country right now that people are not recognizing and that people are not being realistic about and that people are just overlooking. And I think that it's a combination. There's no right side to it. There is mentally incapable people that have access to guns. And that is a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
But the most alarming part to me is that it's happening with our kids. I mean, in Buffalo, that suspect was 17 years old.
That's the crazy part.
I mean, yesterday, kid was 18 years old. I mean, how do we get to so much hate so young? I mean, I don't know where the conversation starts. I don't know where the reform starts. I don't know where the politics starts. But it's not here. It's not where we're at. Because this is a weekly occurrence now. Not now, it has been. I mean, this is something that has just hovered over our entire mindset. I mean, I never thought about being in public. My exit plan, looking around and thinking if something was to go down, how am I going to get out of here?
I think about that everywhere I am.
And I found myself at the Garth Brooks concert 2 weeks ago kind of thinking to myself, if some shit goes down,
Yeah.
this is a great place for it to happen. And in today's world, who knows? And I knew that there was an exit, there was a stairwell over my left shoulder, and I was going to grab Kelly, and we were just going to sprint if something went down. But I was even thinking in the moment, like, this is nuts.
That you have to think that way.
That you have to think like that. And just dropping your kids off at school is no longer a safe place. It's to see that, I mean, what parents are dealing with that dropped their children off to school yesterday and now will never see them again is unfathomable to me as a parent. And I'd imagine that it socks you right in the face like it does. It feels like the entire country, right? I mean, everybody has to be looking at this and saying, where does it start? Mm-hmm. Like, enough's enough. Wave the white flag. It's over, man. There has to be some conversations to begin, whether it's insurance companies recognizing mental health or whether the background check on guns is whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not here to debate that. I'm not the ones that you're looking to get the answers on that. I'm just saying whatever the answers are that provide positive change for it, I'm all in. We're all in. How can we change? Use this platform. Bring people in. We'll talk to politicians. We'll bring people to the forefront of how you get to the bottom of this. I don't want to live in a world where I can't drop my kid off at school.
Or anywhere. Where can you drop your kid off that you feel safe? Nowhere here in this city.
You know, I mean, look, man, we've dumped on our city and on the leadership of our city, and you look down the street and see the crime in New Orleans, and it's just as bad. It's just as bad here in Baton Rouge. But I mean, it feels like it's a wave of just our country falling apart, just at every level, and it's just I don't know what else to say. I don't have the words to express just. It's not about politics. It's not about we all need to be on the same page here, or the majority of us need to figure this stuff out. I mean, this is incredible that kids are dead 2 days before summer break by just showing up and going to school. I don't know how to transition from that and get into the news. So we're going to take a break real quick, kind of reset, come back in. That's on the record. I wanted to just recognize what happened yesterday, and we can do the moment of silence, or we can just do that. You know, I mean, I know that whoever you pray to out there, if you have somebody that you trust in spiritually and faithfully, this would be an incredible time just to ask for them to look over those people and help them. I could just, as a parent, I don't even know where you could even start to understand or bring yourself to some type of ability to move on, to move forward. I mean, it's paralyzing to think about. So I'm sorry that was the start of the show, but in the way of our world right now, I think we had to recognize it. So we'll come back and we'll talk sports, and we'll shift the mood and the temperature of the topics to what's happening with the SEC baseball tournament. We'll talk to Peter Burns. Zachary quarterback Eli Holstein shut down his recruiting process. David Brewerton, who's the head coach for the Broncos, is going to join us in hour 2 at some point as well. So come back with us. Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet.
Hey y'all, it's Mikey from Mic'd Up. Catch us live every Monday and Wednesday, 11 to 1. Talk gambling, talk sports, have a ton of guests in here, get a little perspective from the athlete side of it. We got Lloyd in the house, Jay Mitch is in here a lot of the time. It's a fun show, great show. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you don't like it, it's fine. Make fun of us, it's okay. Just get us out there, share us out there. We're having fun, we want to share our fun with you. Like I said, Mic'd Up, brought to you by Sterling Automotive. Every Monday through Wednesday, 11 to 1. Catch us live on YouTube, baby. See y'all.
Go Chevrolet is proud to announce Go Express Auto Sales, the new used car lot located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Go Express Auto Sales is online at goexpressautosales.com, or you can search them on Facebook and social media at Go Express Auto Sales, the newest addition to the family of Go Chevrolet. Remember, Go Chevrolet is located down in Laplace, Louisiana, but now welcoming aboard Go Express, the new used car lot located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's TRU bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. TRU bluewater.com.
The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you by A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Commercial or residential, A-Bears Lawn Maintenance is ready to work. A-Bears can tackle all your homeowners association requirements. Call Blake at 225-485-8022. A-Bears Lawn Maintenance.
All right, welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show here on this Wednesday, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet. Remember our friends over at Go, online at GEAUXChevrolet.com. Wide selection of pre-owned cars over there at Go Express Auto Sales on Florida Boulevard and Sherwood Forest. We're taking your mailbag questions at some point this morning as well. So get them in, hashtag mailbag, as we will answer your questions before we get out of here at 9 a.m. Jump inside of the chat app, jump inside of our DMs. You can get on at social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, and you can always just jump on YouTube and drop
Let people call in to do mailbag questions.
I would love that.
Like a couple of days we did that, and it was super fun. Lloyd's dad called in.
He did.
That
he
was
was like,
amazing.
y'all are struggling here.
He was.
I was like, aren't you at work? And he's
Why do you call him Lizzie? You know that's not his name. Who is Lizzie? Why don't you ever acknowledge Lloyd?
Should hear what Ro calls me.
Easy, Doc. Easy.
Get back.
We need to do that again.
Get back to your Minesweeper, Doc.
People dying over there, for God's sakes, man.
Put somebody to sleep. All he does is watch movies on YouTube. He loves it
not
there.
all he does.
Yeah. Well, they're asleep. He just has to monitor.
It's a good life.
It is. Just checks the pulse.
Eli Holstein yesterday dominated the news cycle with the recruiting, and we talked a ton of recruiting yesterday with Shay Dixon. As we said, if you missed any of it, go check it out. Brought back to you by RMB Builders. But Holstein shut it down yesterday, and like we said, Holstein has had a phenomenal summer. And it's not even the summertime. It's really kind of this off-season, this spring circuit of 7-on-7 and camps and visits and workouts and, obviously his junior season. I didn't know he was that big. I mean, like standing in the commitment picture, he's there with like his entire family in Saban's office, and I mean, he's on the end. I mean, he's all 6'4" of 225 pounds. I mean, I knew that he was obviously when watching his brother play at St. Thomas More a couple of years back, and went on to play at Louisiana Tech. Yeah, I mean, you knew that they were gonna, that they were gonna be big. He was gonna be big, but I mean, he is an old school looking like Dan Marino,
I don't have that
pocket
picture.
quarterback, prospect.
I've seen him in person, and he's big.
Yeah.
Like he's like
mass,
big. Yeah, he's like
just a big dude.
Yeah,
right. So 6'4", 225 pounds, and as we said, he is the 5th ranked player in the state. But I think that number, you can take that. And to me, I think that you could put Arch Manning and Eli Holstein 1 and 1A, and you can kind of shuffle them up and do what you want with them because of just how important that position is, right? I mean, in recruiting, I think that every class wants to secure one each season. And, much like the NFL, I think there's only a limited number of them that can really play the position at a high level. And I think Louisiana's got 3 of them. Really, that'll be starting Division I, Power 5, big-time SEC quarterbacks. I think Holstein's got a chance to be a starter. A lot of people say, no way he lasts at Alabama. He'll be a transfer. I don't think that he comes in and starts true fresh. It'll take the time for him to get to the spot. And luckily at a school like Alabama, you don't have to step in and play immediately. So he'll have the luxury of being able to kind of sit back and watch. But I think that at some point he is going to be ready mentally to step in there because the physically part, he's big enough and strong enough and, he's got the skill set. Obviously he'd have some growing pains, but it's not going to be the physical part that keeps him off the field. He's big and strong enough to withstand the punishment of SEC football. Obviously, Arch, whether or not Arch is going to be ready to play or whether he's going to be prepared, his name is too big to keep off the field at some point. He's going to be in there, right? And then Ricky Collins, who, many believe, on the circuit is really higher ranked than the 11th rated prospect in the state and, is much better of a player than his Purdue commitment would, and nothing about Purdue, but he feels like an SEC quarterback. He feels like a guy that could play for an SEC program. So Louisiana has 3 of the top quarterbacks in this cycle. And Holstein, I think, going into last year, was probably 3rd on that list. Arch was 1. Ricky Collins had a real big summer and kind of blew up, and people were talking about him going into his junior year. And, Holstein was kind of a guy that people were trying to figure out who he was going to be. Like, what was his ceiling going to be? He commits to Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher. He decommits in the process and opens it back up. And when he opens it back up, it's really when you saw his stars start to explode or start to really rise and shine was in the spring and kind of off season of football. I think, obviously Zachary's always going to be good and they're always going to have the attention and there are always going to be people watching that program. And I think, obviously people knew who he was and, saw the type of player he was, but it wasn't until, at least from my memory, that he really started to get a ton of it. Like the big time schools started to really pay attention to him, just within the last couple of months. And yesterday he shut it down and goes to Alabama. What's this mean for Arch? Because I've been saying the entire time that I think Arch lands at Alabama.
But does he not do multiple quarterbacks?
Oh, no. I think you take these 2. If you can get these 2 in
this
class.
This is the beauty of the transfer portal, right? Like, they're going to battle it out. If Arch decides to go to Alabama, you'll see both of them battle, and whoever wins, the other one hops in the portal and probably goes to A&M, right? Like, I'd imagine that you can't think that Eli Holstein, just because he committed, doesn't scare Arch at all. And I think Nick Saban has already said, or there's reports from Alabama, we'll take both of them and let them duke it out.
He did.
Absolutely.
But Eli Holstein dropped his hammer on the table and said, I'm not scared to compete either.
Right.
And he's a different style of quarterback than they already have at Alabama. If you look at Ty Simpson and Jalen Monroe, they're both run first guys. And it seems like Eli, like you said, is more like prototypical drop back passer.
He's got big old hands.
Big old hands.
Wrap around that football.
So it'll be interesting to see how he fits in and what they want to do offensively with the butt chin if he's still around.
Not really big on getting hit though. I will say that. Not big on getting hit.
Well,
He's quarterback.
A lot of quarterbacks aren't, Coach.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna tuck that thing and run, you got to be ready to get hit. Like, don't brace yourself.
528 yards rushing, 14 touchdowns on the ground. Obviously, last year, Zachary 15-0, another 5A state championship.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Brewerton.
Woodlawn brought him to the wire though.
Yeah,
it was like 42-35.
Brewerton is he's got it. He's got it going on. Bro.
They got a program.
That thing is a machine.
Yeah.
Now, Mince just texted back in. I hit him with 2 U up since 3:30 this morning.
I wonder how many other U-ups he had in there.
Yeah, everybody's got a whistle when he comes in.
I don't know
You're
how.
a
I can't
disgrace.
whistle, so-
Katie, you can't whistle for real?
Katie, just
we already went over this.
just
I
suck
can
in.
suck in and whistle, but
Yeah.
I can't blow out and whistle.
That is a strange. Hold up.
digest that.
Yeah,
I
gotta,
don't know
let me
why
just-
that is. It's always been that way. Can you whistle blowing out?
No, I suck in.
You do?
Uh huh.
Lloyd, you do not. I saw you wink at Stewie. You're lying.
No. I suck it in.
Wow.
That's
Stop.
blowing out. Yeah.
Can you
That is good.
whistle?
I
So
can
y'all
whistle a
aren't
little
great
bit.
whistlers.
I wish I could hit him with just the
Yeah, I
bottle
can't do
rocket,
the. I can't do
Yeah.
that one.
the
Yeah, I
bottle
can't do
rocket
that.
tongue whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
can't
can't
do
do that
that.
either.
That's
The
Texas.
Phil Jackson whistle.
Yeah, that's Texas high
Can
school
anybody
football.
whistle with their fingers? That
I
kind of
can't do
whistle?
that.
Yeah, I can't either.
Would
I
you
wish I
go-
That's
could.
high school football
Yeah.
coach
Yeah.
vibes, bro.
Would you go thumb and pinky or 2 pinkies if you could?
I might go 2 pinkies like Phil did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
more
that's the
aggressive.
move.
I mean,
Yeah.
I always
your
thought
elbows
that
out.
the
Yeah.
pimpest move of Phil Jackson ever is if you go back and watch him when he's the Los Angeles Lakers coach, and he is now Phil Jackson. Like, he's not like the sweaty, cheap suit wearing Chicago
towel
Bulls
over
coach,
his
you know what I mean? But he's still trying to prove himself as a young guy.
Rogaine
He's like-
running down his hairline.
just banging his feet on the court, trying to get every call. Like, at this point, he just watches.
He's in the high chair.
He would like sit and watch the game with the legs crossed, and he kind of put his hands on his chin, on his chest, and he would just like watch Shaq and Kobe's younger teams play, and like there could be 40,000 people on their feet raining down at the Lakers, and Phil would just hit him with the 2 pinky, and the entire 5 on the court, and Shaq and Kobe too would be like, whip over that. And I mean, he'd hit them with like the triangle, box out, get it to 8, you know what I mean? Like, and they'd all be like, I mean, it was the most impressive whistle. If you go back and look at some of those Laker highlights, first, like, he never would move in watching the game. Sometimes you would be like, I mean, is he even like, does he even care what's going on? I mean, those teams were so good, but I mean, he would just sit there with his legs crossed, and he would kind of be like watching. And then if he had something to say, he'd hit him with the 2 pinky. And it sounded like a bottle rocket, like going off. I mean, like in the middle of like a closed arena, it had this echo to it. You know who else would do that? Was Stingley's dad.
Really?
Oh, really?
Stingley's dad was when he was the
alpha
coach.
move.
When he was
It
the
is.
coach at Dunham, he would stand. Stingley's dad was the. He wasn't the defensive coordinator. He was the defensive backs coach. Randy Linedecker was the defensive coordinator, and they would put Stingley Sr. on top of the press box, so he would have like this helicopter view. He would have like this look
Interesting.
over,
Chill out.
view. Chill out over there.
What?
And I mean, Sting would be like on the opposite hash. You know, I mean, high school field, so there's a band playing. You know, there's. I mean, it's not Staples Center in the playoffs like Phil Jackson.
No, it's not.
But Sting Senior would hit him with like one of the, and he had the no touch whistle.
What do you mean?
Like he would.
Oh, he
put
could
his,
do it just the
He
tongue?
could do just the
Oh,
like where he could just.
that's impressive.
That's
that's skill.
more impressive.
I can't believe no one in
This
here
is
can
more
do this.
aggressive.
It's more
Yeah,
aggressive.
That's the move. But if
Right.
you can just do it through your teeth,
And then
Without
no one
touching
really
it.
knows where it's coming from.
Yeah.
All right.
Ricochet whistle.
I wonder if we could learn how.
You
I
can.
don't
There's
think you
videos on.
can.
There's videos on
I don't
YouTube.
think- I mean, it's a hell of a commitment.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's a
maybe
hell of
there's
a
a master
commitment.
class on it.
60-day challenge.
Exactly. I do. I totally would take that master class.
Do you have master class?
No, I don't. But
That
your
seems
mom
like-
does, and we talked
Does
about
she?
it the other
That
day.
wench.
She did
she
a
didn't
cookie
share
one.
the. She should share the account,
She did
dude.
a baking one. I know. I would love to do that.
Send
though.
Mince a
link?
Send
him
Mince a link.
All right.
3 minutes. I don't know if you've seen this
What does
yet.
he need to do in 3 minutes?
He said he's
Waking up?
Yeah, right. This should be great.
You know what he needs to do in 3 minutes.
So if you haven't seen it last night, Mince, Ole Miss played Vanderbilt in Hoover, and Mince was on a mission. I mean, it felt like he was on a mission from God last night. He was going to find the Vandy Whistler, and he tracked him down, and in true Mince Oxford hippie, like crunchy, widespread panic fashion.
Shorts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, tried
The walk.
to create a little controversy. Like, hey, man, can I talk to you for a minute? Like, this is some
This
bullshit.
is only gonna take a minute.
It's
now.
just a plant, dude.
Right.
Grows in the ground.
You're
I'm
killing
not
the
super
game,
mad.
man. You know what I mean?
All
I'm
right.
tired of this.
Right?
I don't want
And like the Vandy Whistler, who looks like he's from Livingston Parish.
No offense.
I mean, like,
no
and his
offense.
wife turn around in their Crocs and sandals at the game and hits him with a big F you. Look at her.
She's probably
She
deaf
looks like a
in her right ear,
spokesperson
huh?
for Walmart.
She's like, get out of here.
He does look like a greeter.
Dude,
Spokesman
yeah.
for Walmart?
Dude, it looks like she changed her oil.
Yeah. Probably did.
That's that bitch, Dewey. Get her.
Who's the guy in the Oxford shirt back there? Is that his son, or he's just a big fan of the
No,
Whistler?
Wait, the
I
PFG?
think he's just like kind of a Vandy. Watch Corbin, Tim Corbin,
Yeah, I
the
didn't see
Vanderbilt coach. Look at him step out. Look at him. He's looking up into the stands.
Dude,
Look at Corbin. He's like,
That's
what's
so
going on up here?
dude, Corbin's probably like, please shut that Whistler up, dude.
Yes.
Hey, you're doing God's
He's
work.
probably like,
Mincy.
yeah, Mincy, get him, Mincy, get him.
Tired of people looking at me thinking I'm whistling at them.
Look, he's kind of laughing back at the dugout. Like, look at this shit. So I didn't think that was the guy.
You didn't think that was the Whistler?
No, I didn't
well,
think that
it
was
looks
the
just
Whistler.
like him. Is he a lookalike? I mean, why would he approach somebody? Surely he saw him whistling.
Oh, I'm
before
sure.
he
Yeah, I'm sure
approached,
when he was
right?
walking down the steps, that guy doesn't quit. He whistles the entire
You
game.
would have to. If that wasn't the guy, that makes it really weird.
Peter Burns will be here at 7:45. Mincy said he's logging in now.
Lester Amer said went after the wrong Whistler.
I thought so too.
We'll get the story from
I
Mincy.
thought so too. When he was like, I went after the Whistler. I'm like, where is that like greasy headed ponytail?
Well,
You've
looks
seen
like
him
it.
before?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
Okay.
see him on TV all the time.
Absolutely. They always show him on TV. He's got a hell of a mullet,
Yeah.
and he's got a great mustache.
Oh, well, I was in town. I was in Baton Rouge yesterday. It's not me.
It's
He-
not.
look, Chipper, that's not the real Whistler. That's the backup Whistler.
a
They
backup
have two
Whistlers?
of them.
You definitely
Good
have to go after.
Lord.
You have
That's
to go
weird.
after the backup Whistler though. Like you definitely don't have a seat at the table.
Right.
You gotta follow protocol here. Go
Yeah.
get him out the way. Now you can conquer the big
Yeah, why
boss.
would there be a backup Whistler?
Yeah, the real
There
Whistler
needs to
has
be
long
one.
and curly hair. That's
Wait,
what,
that guy had long hair.
That's what Chipper said. Now, that's not the right one, man. The real Whistler is a skinny old guy with a rat tail, Travis Rose. You're right. That's the guy I was
Oh,
looking for.
No. Wait, can we see that again? Can
George
you
the
play
Greek.
clip
That ain't the
again?
main guy.
Yeah,
I'm with you, George.
Brandon Walker said it's not the real Whistler, but the backup
What?
Whistler still works.
Did he know that?
No,
Before he
I mean
did it?
Mincy is just he went full go.
No, man. I mean, you're a defensive lineman hitting the quarterback. It doesn't matter if it's the starter or if it's the second stringer. I'm
Yeah,
just,
I'll
I'm
take-
just trying
yeah.
to get to the. I'm in the backfield.
And I might take a penalty.
Right.
I'm
But
here.
how weird that the
I'm making the
backup
play.
Whistler looks like the main Whistler.
I don't think that they do.
They
But I mean,
cosplay.
similar, right?
give me
like
a side by
old,
side. I
old
don't think
white
that they look
man with
anything
gray
like
long
anything
hair.
should.
Like, you know,
Do you think she dates both?
who?
The
Oh.
woman.
Oof. The
Is she-
Walmart oil changer.
Yeah, is
Yes.
she with both Whistlers?
Is that like a cuckold thing?
I think it might be a threesome type deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess
Lloyd,
it
watch
could
your
be
words
either.
on the chat. You know, we get the little weirdos in there.
Yeah, I didn't say
Right.
cuckold. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
I said it.
But you
Sorry.
also said threesome. So, you
Oh, I
know.
did. Orgy. That'll get
Yeah,
us.
that'll get us.
All right, yeah.
What's the name?
Is
Red face.
Mincy in there?
Red face.
Do we see Mincy?
Let's see. Mincy.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what she's
Nah,
doing.
he's
If
not
she-
there yet.
I wonder if she's.
What is she
Is
doing?
there a backup Vandy? Like, is this the A team for her? Like, is there another girl for the real Vandy Whistler?
Like she's like his handler?
Right, that's what
Do
I'm
you
wondering.
think? In her flip flops.
And
God.
that's his little entourage.
I wonder what that
around him. He
hotel
has
room
to-
smells like.
Oh my god.
God,
It smells
Lord.
crazy in there,
Ugh.
for sure.
Cigarettes
Sweat.
Cigarettes
Yeah.
and beer.
And beer.
Something.
And
Lots of
McDonald's.
things.
Oh.
Yeah. Cigarettes.
Arby's.
and fries, too.
I want a Whopper now.
Just a plain Arby's roast
They
beef.
look like they
Yeah.
ordered fillet of fish.
Ugh. It smells like it.
How did fillet of fish make it on the menu and Mexican pizza got taken off?
Mexican
don't
pizza's
know.
back.
No, I know it's back.
I had
I know
Mexican
it's
pizza
back.
the day
I
it
know
came
it's
back.
back.
Somebody
Did you
brought
really?
some to. I was at a shopping party that night, and someone brought some. It was like
What
a
a
wine
power
and
move.
cheese event. It was Elena Salsa Formaggio comes in with 2 bags of Mexican pizzas, and y'all, it was good.
So good.
It was good.
What do you mean? You act surprised.
Yeah,
I mean, because I
Remy
thought
came.
it's been years since I had one, and I
Cheated.
thought this is gonna be gross. But I was like, this is actually good. I could keep eating.
all
this.
those years of gourmet food, and you just go
Yeah.
back to fast food. Huh?
Yeah,
Do they cut it?
I'm not lying.
They
Yeah,
did
they
that-
cut it.
Yeah,
they
they
went
cut
through
it
it-
into
got
4.
little
They
slices.
went through a stage where they stopped cutting it.
They did. You're
Yeah.
right. That
You
was
had to eat it whole.
stupid.
Yeah, I mean, like, why?
'Cause then
all
you bit
the
into it and
hate
it just
for the Mexican
crumbled
pizza?
everywhere.
And then you would try to cut it, and you couldn't cut the under layer as good as you could cut
Right.
the over layer, and it just never
Now it's
really
like a lasagna.
Yeah. I mean, I needed like a true pizza cutter, like a roller.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You do need
To snap that thing. I mean, they give you a plastic fork to try to cut through. Next thing you know, man, I mean, it's
Now I'm
ruined.
struggling.
I've never had one.
Wow.
Ever?
Wow.
In your life?
I'm not a big anti-Taco Bell.
At 2 a.m. drunk, you've never
Doesn't
gone to
matter.
Taco
I'll go
Bell.
home and cook something.
No, and look, I'm
Really?
past it. I get
Yeah.
it, but I mean, you should
It's
take
just
one ride
the-
down
Yeah,
the
we
Mexican
need-
Pizza Road.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like I'll be drinking the Mexican water after.
could.
A little, what's it called? Whenever you drink the water.
Topo
Montezuma's
Chico?
Revenge.
Yeah, Montezuma's Revenge.
Yeah.
It feels like Mexican pizza
don't want
revenge.
that.
No, especially if I'm already hammered. And then I
Yeah.
wake up, I'm gonna be hungover. Now you have to do the alternate where you're the flip around, which is never the move you want to have to make.
No.
Where you're
yeah.
sitting down, flip around, throw up.
Now
It's
I'm
a
picturing
brutal-
you doing that.
Wow. What I do when this has happened before, you put the trash can in
I
front.
was about to say, yeah.
The wrong visual of ass up.
Yes. Don't go down there.
Whoa.
Usually yes, but now no.
Remember, Daily, we are brought to
We
you.
got Minty. He's
We got Mincy.
in the
Okay.
bed.
Bring you Hell yeah!
That's awesome.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, damn right.
Mincy, bring him in. Good morning, buddy. Doing God's work out there. Hunting that weirdo down. We got echo. Hold on, Mincy. Hold up, Mincy. Hold up,
Had
Mincy.
to mute him again real
Yes, we're sending in the engineer. Lloyd is on his way in. Our sound engineer. But remember, that gives me an opportunity to tell you. Daily, we're brought to you by RMB Builders, Rhett Bourgeois and the crew over at RMB, rmb-builders.com. Online, custom design home. If you're looking for some refurbishment done to the house or the spot that you're in the office, commercially licensed as well, online at rmb-builders.com. rmb-builders.com is where you can find them online. We're going to link up here with Mincy, and then we're going to go straight back to Hoover and talk to Peter Burns with the SEC Network, who is going to get us set up for the day. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more movement around today. Mincy, we got you. Good morning. B-Builder.
Good morning, Jordy. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I'm getting an echo
There's
somewhere.
something playing on B. Gotta find out.
All right.
Lloyd, George the Greek said 2
Yep.
Lloyds, 1 cup.
Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back here on the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet.
The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you daily by Morales Roll-Offs. Morales Roll-Offs provides dumpster rentals for residential and commercial needs in Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. Morales has roll-off dumpsters ranging from 10 yards to 40 yards to accommodate all of your disposal needs. Search online, moralesrolloffs.com. The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you daily by Morales Roll-Offs. The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you by A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Commercial or residential, A-Bears Lawn Maintenance is ready to work. A-Bears can tackle all your homeowners association requirements. Call Blake at 225-485-8022. A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Call Blake at 225. The Jordy Culotta Show is all of your disposal needs. Search online, moralesrolloffs.com.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, welcome back to the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet. Ben Mince going to join us here at 8 a.m. this morning. We're going to go to Hoover right now with South Louisiana's own, Baton Rouge's finest, Port Allen's finest, Peter Burns, who is coming to us with a freshly shaven face this morning, acting like he's getting on TV for the day. My guy will be anchoring the SEC Network's coverage from Hoover as, I don't know, man, do you cross over as a meteorologist as well?
Yeah, I got the Doppler 7000 that you guys need to have. As you can see behind me, I'm in the indoor facility. They may need to put the damn baseball field in here today, as I don't know how much ball we're going to be playing here today, boys. Like, it's just nasty. They're supposed to have, I think they're supposed to try for 9:30 first pitch. I don't see them getting a game going in before noon today.
Yeah, I saw the radar that you put out from around the area around Hoover, and it looks like it's just going to be pouring down all day long. Petey, a little bit, I mean, this is usually a very cool event for the conference, and it brings everybody together. And right now, just specific on LSU, it feels like they are kind of playing with a little bit of swagger and confidence heading into this tournament where they've routinely done pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things, too, is we kind of talked about, all right, so how many of these teams, if you said we're going to go to single elimination, how many of these teams would fight it, right? Well, like probably Alabama would fight it because they're trying to fight for their tournament lives at this point. But LSU is probably one of those teams where, like, listen, I know the frontline pitching hasn't been great, but damn it, the bats aren't on fire. And, you know, we want as many opportunities to make sure that we're hosting at the box. And, I mean, I know LSU fans sure as hell want to see that. And probably the NCAA committee wants to see that as well, too. I mean, they love it when LSU they have a Baton Rouge regional because they know they're going to sell an absolute crap ton of tickets. So, it'll be kind of interesting to see that if, you know, we move back these games a couple of hours today, and let's say, you know, there's another front that's supposed to blow in later today. At what point do you go to Dave Van Horn and Alabama and all the other coaches and Vitello and them and say, hey, let's do single elimination? And if that happens, how many of these coaches are going to look at this and go, you know, single elimination tournament wasn't that bad. It gave us an opportunity to get some RPI and tournament wins and solid wins, but it didn't eat up our pitching going into regionals. So I think that's kind of one of the underlying storylines out here in Hoover right now.
Petey, one more on the tournament on baseball. You have seen this conference kind of grow as a whole from an athletic standpoint. How have you seen it over the last couple of seasons grow from a baseball standpoint? You're seeing a lot of money and resources now being thrown at facilities and personnel.
Yeah, I mean, Jordy, that's what it is. I mean, if you're right now, and I talked to, you know, Todd Walker and DeLucci and Ben McDonald, they're like, why the hell would anybody, unless you were, you know, a top 5 pick and you got a boatload of money coming out of high school, why would you not go and be the big man on campus and go play in front of crowds at the box or go to Fayetteville and go? I mean, you're going to get better training, better facilities, a better crowd environment. You're going to live like a king. Now with name, image, and likeness, you're going to make more money than minor league baseball players in a heartbeat. Like, it's only, you know, the college sport is only going to grow even bigger for baseball. And then keep in mind, too, remember that transformational committee that Greg Sankey's on. They're looking at making a rule change to where you're going to have unlimited scholarships for some of these sports. So, I mean, think about what LSU baseball could do if they weren't, you know, holding to 11.7 scholarships, right? I mean, that's one of the reasons why Vanderbilt has been so good so long is that, you know, they can structure things where it's not necessarily 11.7 scholarships, okay? And so if LSU's playing on that same, you know, threshold, buddy, watch out. You know, I mean, then the powers of college baseball are only going to get bigger, and I can't think of a bigger one than down here in the 225.
Petey, has people offered you money for your SEC spring credentials?
I mean, I literally had I won't say who it was, but I had a Power 5 coach that said, "Hey, how can I sneak into your spring meetings to see this Jimbo, you know, and Saban, all this junk that was going on?" And I had an SEC coach that'd be like, "Hey, like, how much would you pay me if I could keep my phone on the entire time and record it?" Like,
band style.
I'm being serious. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, can we put together like a GoFundMe account and then like we'll hire like some like private investigator to bug that room? Because I mean, I still think they're pretty heated about it. I know that, Sankey came in and told Lane not to go on the interview and everybody to just kind of calm it down for a little bit. But they're going to be fired up. And Jimbo's got an axe to grind. Like, once Jimbo went over the edge, there was no pulling Jimbo back, right? Like, he's going to keep chirping at it. And meanwhile, what the hell do you think Brian Kelly thinks at some point where he got himself into, right? Brian Kelly's going to sit in that room. He's going to have Jimbo yelling at Saban. You're going to have Kirby just sitting there eating popcorn going, this is the greatest thing. Lane's probably going to be tweeting about it. And Mike Leach's probably going to be like with an eye patch on. Like, it's going to be the weirdest crap ever. And Brian Kelly's like, well, this is a little bit different than I've ever experienced
Welcome in.
before.
Yeah, welcome to the club, BK.
Yeah, welcome to the neighborhood. We're all freaks here in the SEC. I love it.
Peter, real quick, take me back, because you've had so much. People recognize you as almost the media face of the conference. When you saw that, what was your initial reaction when you were sitting there watching like the live press conference of Jimbo on Thursday morning?
So this was the worst part. So I've got an opportunity the last 2 years for ESPN to call the PGA Championship. So I'm sitting there calling the PGA Championship. I'm in the middle of Brooks Koepka's round. We're over on ESPN, and all of a sudden, I'm checking Twitter to make sure I didn't curse or drop any F-bombs in the broadcast or anything like that. And I all of a sudden I see a tweet that says Jimbo Fisher has called a press conference. I was like, no! I was like, I was like, I wanted to stop the broadcast. I'm like holding like my broadcast for ESPN for golf in one ear, and the other ear I got sitting there looking at going, oh my God, what is Jimbo going to say? Because I knew he was going scorched earth.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Like, I
Absolutely.
knew as soon as he decided that he was going to get into it, he was going to bring some receipts. So it's chaos, man. But that's this stuff doesn't happen at other conferences.
No.
I know we joke around about it just means more, but man, I love the pettiness, the competitiveness. Like, I don't want to be alive and have to cover something else that's not just BS like this. Like, I live for it. Maybe that says I'm just a bad person, but
no, man.
I'm all here for the soap operas.
You're in the masses. Welcome to it. I love it. I know you got short time, so we'll get you out of here on this one. Can you think about what the conference is going to feel like and look like when Texas and Oklahoma are added to the mix? And just looking at what it is now, and to think how much bigger it can mushroom to. What is the ceiling of what SEC football could be?
Yeah, and I love that Texas and Oklahoma are coming in. I've covered those programs. I lived in Texas for a long time, so I know what brands that Texas brings, and especially the love and hatred of Oklahoma. But there is a part of me as well, too, that almost feels like it's gotten so big, right? Like, part of what I like about being in the SEC is that we bump our chest, because I think the playing field used to be pretty level, and the SEC just was better than everybody else. So now I feel like almost you're piling on when you add Texas and Oklahoma, which is going to be great for us, because we get to see the best of the best. But, you're basically going to have, and even with these, kind of unlimited scholarships, think about like Oklahoma softball and how good that program has always been. Yeah. Texas baseball has always had good programs. Like, we're going to have basically professional sports and professional athletes here in the SEC. So, I'm fired up for it. No inside knowledge, because they don't trust me at all at the league office, and I don't blame them, is that I still believe that we'll see Texas and Oklahoma, I believe, in 2024. The Big 12, knowing that they're leaving, probably will say, all right, you've been here long enough, pay us a buyout fee so we at least get something for you on the way out. Right. This is my guess, but, who knows? I've been wrong many times before.
Stay dry today. Have a great call when you're on. We'll be watching you on the network, and we'll talk soon, man.
Can we see you do that inflatable obstacle course behind you first?
Yeah, what would be your time on the obstacle course?
I'd really love to see that.
Once this happens and I realize I'm not going to have to do my show, I'm drinking Bloody Marys, and I'll call you guys back.
Yes, please do. Please.
South Louisiana's finest, our own Peter Burns, man. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Got to do it with his drink in his hand.
Yes.
Later, buddy. There's Peter Burns checking in from Hoover this morning. What looks like is going to be another day of delays, another day of cancellations, another day of game times being shifted around. So stay tuned. As soon as we know, we will let you know. We will talk to Ben Mince here in a couple of minutes and go back to Hoover. Remember, we were going to talk to David Brewerton, Zachary head football coach, another state title for Brew and the crew up in Zachary and the Broncos. Best uniforms in the state.
Yeah,
I
for
think,
sure.
For sure?
For sure.
Okay.
Got the Jumpman logo on there.
They do have the Jumpman.
They do?
They got the Jumpman.
They
They
got
got the
the-
baby blues.
They got the
Baby
baby
blues with the
blues,
red.
black,
Man.
red.
You know,
They're
their
fire.
color scheme's incredible.
Yeah, it is.
They got multiple helmets. I mean, they are swagged out.
Bishop Gorman over there? Jesus.
A little bit,
Yeah.
a little feel to it.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of if they're the 1 seed, who would be the 2 seed as far as
Holy Savior Menard.
I love Carr.
I love Kerr. John Curtis has
Curtis,
some pretty
good.
Oh,
nice
the
uniforms.
classics.
Trying to think about who
U
else.
High has some.
Yeah,
No?
U High is from
No?
regular
Yeah.
Adidas. St. Aug has some nice uniforms
St.
too.
Aug, the Purple Knights. That conversation with Peter Burns brought to you by Mince Total Health. We'll be down there in New Orleans today. Remember, over at Mince Total Health, located on Veterans Memorial Boulevard. They're located on Vets over there. Get over and stop in. You can visit them online, menstotalhealth.net, menstotalhealth.net. Come see the difference that Men's Total Health offers their patients. Individualized care, state-of-the-art facilities with expert providers. Mike Roach over there does a tremendous job of really making it a very comfortable setting. Like I said, this is an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of us out there. If you're experiencing sleep deprivation, if you've seen your sex drive go down, if you're losing your muscle mass, if your memory's fading, if you're just
all
getting
the
old,
things.
man, you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
getting old and
tough.
you're losing some of your
You
testosterone.
don't know.
No, you do not.
Dude, you got plenty of
do
testosterone.
not
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's
Proven
tough.
that.
Enough
tough.
to pass
Confirmed
around,
sex
too.
haver.
Who?
You.
Not me. Don't do anything.
menstotalhealth.net. Watch yourself. This is a public
Men's
platform.
Total
You
Health.
know,
Not part of that.
Lloyd's over here trying to out
You
me.
have a child.
Okay,
There's
but
only one way to do it.
Relax.
menstotalhealth.net.
Hi, T.
Who will be
Go
pulling
see
their
'em.
sponsorship
Yes,
after
right.
this.
Have you
Jesus
been?
Christ.
Have you been shot up yet with the T?
Yes, absolutely.
How you feel?
Absolutely, feel great, man. No,
Do you?
I do. It's I'm going for my 3rd round today.
You gonna turn
You
green?
feel different?
I definitely feel different in my energy level during the day. My sleep has the sleep for me is the
Well,
problem.
that's the problem,
That's
yeah.
the issue. And yet last week that was the topic of conversation. If we could, if we could start to do a little bit of work on the sleep, but
Did you divulge why? Did you divulge your secrets? Like, I don't set an alarm and have to
Yeah.
wake up.
Yeah,
and
told
we
him
stream.
talked
everything.
about it.
And
Told
he
him
was
everything.
like, probably set an
told him
alarm.
everything.
We said we need to
Everything
set
from
an
relief
alarm
med
for
to
him.
no alarm.
Yes.
I treated him like a therapist.
you lay down on the couch.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Look, bro, I have issues.
You got your client laws here, right? This stays here.
Give him $1.
Yes. Thank you, Doc. All right, we'll be back with Ben Mince from Hoover. Coming up here on the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet.
We got to tighten up these video calls if he's gonna be all teed up, Stewie. We're gonna have a headset throw. Yeah.
Southern Eye Centers, located at 6859 Jefferson Highway, right here in Baton Rouge, has been serving your eyes for over 40 years in the capital region. They offer friendly service in a helpful environment with the highest level of personal care to manage your eye health and vision needs. If you want more information, log online to southerneyecenters.com. That is southerneyecenters.com. Stop in and check out their beautiful office located on Jefferson Highway, right here in the capital city. And remember, each time you walk in there and you mention the Jordy Culotta Show, Dr. Ann Shaw and Southern Eye Centers will take 25% off of their fantastic selection of sunglasses. All you got to do is mention the Jordy Culotta Show. Check them out. southerneyecenters.com and located at 6859 Jefferson Highway.
Looking to book a dumpster but no idea how? We've made it quick and easy for you. Check out our website at moralesrolloffs.com. Let Morales Roll-Offs know your desired delivery date, and finally, provide your contact details. To make payment, look out for an email invoice with all your booking details. On delivery day, our driver will notify you through text and email that your dumpster is ready and on the way. Now you know how easy and convenient it is. Call Morales Roll-Offs at 225-427-0000 for your dumpster.
Mince, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, man. We lost 3-1.
All right, perfect. Coming to you in a few.
Empowered by Go Chevrolet live here on this Wednesday. Make sure you hit that like button, share button. If you want to comment, jump inside of the chat app. We appreciate you interacting here with us. Good stuff from Peter Burns over in Hoover. We go right back to Hoover with what feels like the Metropolitan, the Mets security guard as Ben Mince walking up and down the aisles last night doing God's work, finding that douchebag Whistler from Vanderbilt. Who knew that he had a backup? There's 2 Whistlers. Mincy, did you know that there was 2 Whistlers?
I knew there were 2 of them in Omaha last year, but this guy was definitely the B team version. The one that's more famous everybody always claps along with the one that's more famous, and this guy didn't have any clapping. But I mean, I don't know. I did a whole thing. Like I was thinking about yesterday, Barstool is all about finding the random content. And I was trying to figure out, I was like, well, what should I do? And I was like, I have to declare war on the Whistler and give the people what they want. And I declared in my pregame video, I declared war on the Whistler. It said 2 can play this game. And then like the whole thing, I made it content on my Twitter. Like I went and kind of was messing with him. And he caught me taking a picture of him. And the woman that was with him was like circling me in the concourse.
Yes, she was.
And this is before.
Hell yeah, she was.
This is before the.
Like what you see?
And so finally I told my buddy, I'm like, okay, between the 5th inning, we're going down there. He's going to know. Like, I've blown my cover because I can't ever do anything stealthily anyway, as we all know. And anyway, I was just like, we're just going to go do this. And so he walked behind me, and y'all saw the video. I said, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. You're a disgrace to the Southeastern Conference. And so, but the security guards like came up and got me because they'd already been alerted about me, and they talked to me for like 3 or 5 minutes. I thought I was going to get tossed out of my first sporting event in forever.
Why'd they already been alerted by you?
Probably social media.
Because that woman had seen me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they were
everybody
ready.
knew. Yeah.
Okay.
They were ready, but so I was. My original plan was to get like a row behind him, and I was gonna ear hole him at 1,000 screaming, like I was gonna just hit him. That was my original plan. But then once I blew my cover, I was like, well, we just got to confront him and get it on camera, and it'll be fine. But honestly, I was kind of in a weird way wishing I'd gotten tossed out of that game.
No doubt,
Mincy. Almost made it even better.
Would have been good for the brand.
Made it even better.
For sure, it'd have been good for the brand.
Wait. What was the last time you got tossed from a sporting event? Do you remember?
So I almost got tossed. It was 20 years ago. It was the 2002 Independent Indy Bowl between Eli Manning, and I was 20 years old, and they were selling whatever. It's 20 years ago. So I'm in trouble.
You don't need to know the details.
I was 20. No, I mean, I was underage. I was definitely drinking underage there. And when DeJuan Gross, I used to be a hothead, and when DeJuan Gross, the Nebraska punt returner, ran this punt back for a touchdown, I slammed down this plastic beer bottle in the Indy Bowl and almost got tossed for that.
Seeing red. The Indy Bowl.
So a couple of confirming news points from Mincy here. The A-team whistler has the clap, and he was an underage drinker. Mincy, what do you think about the Ole Miss boys? I felt like when they swept in Baton Rouge that they were going to be okay for the postseason. Then they show up to Hoover, and they're one and done with Vanderbilt. What do you make of Bianco and the crew right here going into the postseason? They got a shot?
Yeah, they got a shot because 14 – okay, last year LSU got in with 13 wins, but they had the number 24 RPI because y'all scheduled murder. Florida got in with 13 wins 2 years ago. Bama got in with 12 wins and 2 in the SEC tourney last year. Ole Miss's RPI is number 37. In 2017, Ole Miss did not get in with 14 wins. So I feel pretty good about it, but I'm definitely not confident. I got to be honest. I'll say what it is. Other than that week where Ole Miss had the week where they swept Missouri, won at Southern Miss, and swept LSU, the whole rest of the season, Ole Miss deserves nothing. We literally, the Rebs literally all year were a huge disappointment and had like one good 9-day stretch. So, I hope the Rebels make it because I'm really good friends. I'm friends with Tim Elko and Kevin Graham and some guys on the team, and I don't want that to be their last Ole Miss game. But if Ole Miss doesn't make it, you're not going to hear me crying at the selection committee. This team had every opportunity to get it together, and they never did. So other than that 1 week. So I hope the Rebs make it and are 3 seed. But, if they don't make it, there's no excuses from the fans or players. They earned it.
Trending in the United States of America right now on Twitter is Mincy. Mincy is trending right now in the country on Twitter. He is up to 570,000 views of the confrontation last night with the Vandy Whistler. Any attack plan here on day 2? Are we looking for that greasy-headed A-teamer with the clap?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I hadn't really thought past last night too much, but sure. Vandy does play Tennessee, and that's going to be the night game. I can't stand Tennessee though. God, I can't cheer for them. After what happened last fall when they threw all that stuff at Lane, it's very hard for me to support them.
Sure.
But I don't know. I'll have to think of something. I think what we can do is he's on guard for me now, so maybe we can do some stuff all I have to do is let him know I'm in his presence. He's going to freak out.
Absolutely.
So we can do some maybe funny stuff. But I can't, I don't think I'm going to – well, I don't know. You know what? Let me think about it.
Absolutely, Mincy. If you need a little consultation off air, let's have a conversation about it.
Yeah. Once you get some momentum like this, you kind of got to seize it.
Ride the wave,
I didn't
Mincy.
get to where I've gotten –
Make him sit and gum.
No, I didn't get – I hadn't gotten to where I've gotten in life by sitting opportunities out.
Trending in America right now, Mincy. Ride the locomotive. Ride the train, baby. Let's roll.
I'd be more scared of the lady friend.
Definitely. She wanted a piece of Mincy in her Crocs and flip-flops. She looked like a Walmart greeter, Mincy.
She was not happy. I said she was the Whistler's wife, and apparently that was inaccurate. So
yeah, she wasn't happy with you.
She's on the B team as well.
Look out.
Side piece.
Yeah. Mincy, okay, take me into the SEC spring meetings next week. What do you see between Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher?
Well, I think they're going to – Greg Sankey, I remember he muted all the coaches right after that whole thing because I remember Lane was supposed to come on or some show and couldn't. I think there's going to be a lot of closed door stuff, and they're going to really, they're going to try to nip this as privately as they can. It's just this NIL world; everything's so unregulated right now that it's hard for even Greg Sankey to control everything because it's just the wild, wild west out there. And I think that's going to continue. They're going to try to put some structure to it, but we'll see. I feel like it's a hard thing to control.
Mincy, what's the rest of the summer look like for you as far as this baseball tour is concerned? I know you're in Hoover right now at the SEC baseball tournament. What are the plans with Omaha on the horizon?
Okay, so I'm here. I'm a groomsman at a wedding in Oxford this weekend, one of my best friends. So I'm going to go do that. And then I'm 100% going to Omaha. I'm debating going to the Knoxville, Tennessee Super Regional because I'd like to curse this Tennessee baseball season.
Hell
I think
yeah,
it would be
Mincy.
It would be unbelievable content if I showed up in Knoxville and said one man has come to take down y'all season.
Put a golf ball in your pocket.
And especially with that too, I think, and like Tennessee being a Barstool Sportsbook app state, that'd get a green light. I'm doing Omaha. I'm not sure if we're doing, I don't think we're doing the whole 2 weeks again, but we're definitely doing a few days. And, going out, like I always believe, the American dream is to go out west in the summer. We're doing Omaha into the World Series of Poker, man. WSOP. I'm playing the main event again on July 6th. So, I'm gonna go to Omaha and do Vegas and might make Red Rocks while I'm out there. So we're gonna do it pretty big. Sure. Thinking about doing summer of Mincy, like summer of George shirts, maybe.
Mincy's gold digging tour.
That's right.
See you out west.
The Mincy the Miner.
Absolutely, Mincy. Go get him, brother. What is it like back in Oxford for you at weddings? I'd imagine that your toast is probably you got to come strong with the toast, right? I mean, you can't. You're coming in there with a little cachet now. You got a little star power behind you. You're trending in America. You're the only one in that room that's doing that type of shit.
This one's going to be. There's probably going to be some tears on the toast. This is with
Mincy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Mincy. Uh-oh. Is he crying now?
I thought he just got really sad for a minute.
It's a great picture of him.
It is.
It is.
Nice screenshot of Mincy.
Wow, Mince.
I guess we'll pour some out for the toast.
I guess so.
I guess he disconnected quickly.
All right, we're going to go from Mincy here to David Brewerton, the state championship winning head coach.
He's back.
Mincy.
My
bad,
buddy.
we lost you. You froze there for a second, but
Might have got a call.
You were talking about the tiers that could happen on the toast this week.
Yeah, Elliot. Well, Elliot. So this guy, when I was at my lowest point, like I lived from New Orleans to 09 to 14, and it went well until it didn't.
Sure.
But when I was kind of at a low point, I knew I'd always said I wanted to go back to school to finish, but it was kind of one of those things I was saying and not doing. And this dude called me out and called me as a friend and said, I already got us a house by the square. Like, you really need to change your life right now. You're not doing well. And, literally this phone call, got me to Oxford and got me back to school and started this whole cycle to where we are now. And we're still really close friends. And, I'm always going to be, thankful for that.
Wow.
For sure.
A first ballot Hall of Famer in Oxford, Mississippi, Ben Mince, will be back in town this weekend for a wedding. Another first ballot Hall of Famer from Oxford is Grant Willis, the little unit from Baton Rouge. He wants to know, Mincy, no fish at Orange Beach Wharf this year?
No, so this this Memorial Day weekend, Fish is playing Orange Beach and Panic's playing the new venue at Amphitheater at Huntsville, the one that looks like the Roman Coliseum.
Oh,
but
wow.
no, I'm gonna go be a groomsman at my friend's wedding, and the late summer. There's a late summer jam. So I didn't even mention this on summer plans. Mid to late July, Dead, Fish, and Panic are all within an hour of New York it's like 11 shows in 13 days.
Lord,
Oh, my
Mincy.
God.
Yeah, it's like
Are you
Dead
gonna be
City
wiggling
Field.
around
Yeah.
Times
You're
Square?
gonna be a dead fish panic.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. So the mid to late July part of the summer tour is definitely going to be seeing some tents.
Mincy, put a camera
coming
on your
too.
shoulder and document every second of that tour, buddy. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
A lot of smoker in here.
It's gonna get pretty wild up there.
Enjoy the weekend, buddy. Great work last night. If you see that grease head today, knock him out.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all having me, Jordy.
Later. The Vandy Whistler. He is hunting the Vandy Whistler. He saw the B team last night. Hopefully he runs into the A team tonight. We will talk to Coach Brewerton here in a couple of minutes. Remember that conversation. And our show daily is brought to you by Fresh Chef Kitchen. Our meals are prepared daily by our friends over at Fresh Chef Kitchen. Remember, you can have yours done if you just log online at freshchefeats.com. I can't tell you about the convenience that we have inside the studio with Fresh Chef Kitchen, whether it is coming in the morning for breakfast or people moving and working around during lunch. All of these meals are prepped and pre-made for us by our friend Shane over at Fresh Chef Kitchen, and you trust that it's done with the highest quality ingredients, a lot of passion behind the food. It's very healthy, keeps you on track, and it's right there dropped off to you weekly. At least that's where
This is for us, at least.
at least that's where it is, but it can be for you.
Yes, it can.
And very easily you can jump on that delivery schedule at freshchefeats.com. freshchefeats.com. When we come back, David Brewerton, head football coach of the Zachary High Broncos, another loaded roster coming off of a state championship season. In fact, his quarterback, Eli Holstein, pledged his commitment to Alabama yesterday. What's he expect from Holstein through the summer going into his senior year? He's also got a safety on his roster by the name of Kylan Jackson, who is a top 10 recruit in the state of Louisiana. We'll ask him about this talented Bronco team coming back here in the fall when we talk to Coach Brewerton next year on the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet.
Go Chevrolet.
Do you have questions about your finances? Are you looking for recommendations from a skilled financial advisor? Get in touch with our friend Daniel Newman over at Edward Jones. You can find him easily by logging online and shooting him an email at daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. That is daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. Whether it is help with your 401k or just fiscal advice heading into the new season, get in touch with Daniel today. Best way to do it? Email him, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. He's our experienced financial advisor. Let him be yours, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's TRU, bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. TRU, bluewater.com.
The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you by A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Commercial or residential, A-Bears Lawn Maintenance is ready to work. A-Bears can tackle all your homeowners association requirements. Call Blake at 225-485-8022. A-Bears Lawn Maintenance.
Do you have questions about your finances? Are you looking for recommendations from a skilled financial advisor? Get in touch with our friend Daniel Newman over at Edward Jones. You can find him easily by logging online and shooting him an email at daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. That is daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. Whether it is help with your 401k or just fiscal advice heading into the new season, get in touch with Daniel today. Best way to do it? Email him, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. He's our experienced financial advisor. Let him be yours, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. Papa Earl's, the fine spice, originating right down here in South Louisiana by our guy Mark Pop Norman. Developed it back in 2018 and won Amazon's Newcomer of the Year in 2019. They pride themselves in having 30% less salt and sodium than the leading brands at the same price point. You can find them locally. Look for Papa Earl's at Rouse's, Calandro's, Mathern's, High Neighbor, and more. Go Chevrolet is proud to announce Go Express Auto Sales, the new used car lot located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Go Express Auto Sales is online at goexpressautosales.com, or you can search them on Facebook and social media at Go Express Auto Sales, the newest addition to the family of Go Chevrolet. Remember, Go Chevrolet is located down in Laplace, Louisiana, but now welcoming aboard Go Express, the new used car lot located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. All right, welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet. Quick move in last 45 minutes. Thanks to Peter Burns and Ben Mince stopping by from Hoover. From Hoover, Alabama, we go up to North Baton Rouge, up to Zachary, Louisiana, as you will find a dynasty, a high school football dynasty up there as Zachary reeling and coming off of another state championship. That is the fourth state title since 2015. Coach David Brewerton has fastly become one of our state's top high school coaches in running one of the best programs in a state that is very healthy of high school football talent. And as we say every time when he comes in here, I would believe the one seed as far as uniforms go in a very prideful state of Louisiana high school football with the Jordan brand, the baby blue, the red, the black, the color combos are fantastic, and they just show up and kick your ass. Coach Brewerton is joining us now here on the show, back here with us. He's on the phone with us this morning. Coach, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jordy. Thank you for having me, man.
Always, man. It's always great to talk to you. Big news around your program yesterday. Your signal caller, Eli Holstein, shuts down his recruiting process again. This is another SEC school. He was decommitted from Texas A&M, and then pledged yesterday to Alabama and the Crimson Tide. What's it been like assisting on this recruitment, or watching this recruitment grow into what it ended up to yesterday?
Right. Well, I think it's kind of one of those things where, we've had some recruitable athletes here before,
Sure.
But when you're talking about the quarterback position and a high level recruit at that position, it's a little crazier, I can promise.
Mm-hmm.
So just with all of the traffic with college coaches through campus and don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, because
Sure.
it's way better than the alternative, believe me. But
Right.
but it's one of those things, man, where it's exciting time for our program. Certainly an exciting time for Eli, and he's such a special kid, and very happy for him in his future.
Coach, it seems like the last 6 months from him, obviously the state championship run for you guys last season, the 15-0 record, the numbers he put up, but then over the last couple of months, you kind of see his recruitment kick into overdrive. What is it about his game that when did you see everybody start to paying attention to what he was doing to ultimately, the top colleges in the country, everybody knocking on the door?
Yeah. Well, I think when he was committed to Texas A&M, I don't want to say that people got off of him, but it certainly slows down, as well it should. I get that, right? So to go in and have the kind of season that he had this year as a junior, and lead our team to an undefeated season, it just kind of brought that much more, limelight to it, I guess. And when you start looking at his game, he's got a very powerful arm, but I think what gets lost sometimes is he's deceptively athletic, and he can make plays with his legs when he needs to. You're talking about a 4.0 student there as well, so very bright young man that you can do a lot of things offensively with him, and he can handle that from a mentality standpoint. So I think when you start looking at him as a whole, as a signal caller, I think his size and his athletic ability and his arm strength, along with his knowledge of the game, makes him a pretty big recruit.
Do you talk about expectations for him going into his senior season, and if you do, what are they for him going into his final year of high school football?
Yeah, I can tell you, man, with that kind of recruitment excitement around him, I've been incredibly pleased with Eli and the way that he constantly just talks about trying to have another successful season next year as a senior and try to lead this new team that we have to where it needs to go. Eli is very big on his relationships with his teammates. Certainly, he is very well thought of in our community here, and he wants to continue to enjoy the high school process, to be perfectly honest with you. And when that finishes up, then he'll shift gears and hopefully do what he needs to do at the next level. But right now, he's certainly locked into what he needs to be doing as a Zachary Bronco, and we're very happy about that.
I know the new LSU staff really tried to make up a lot of lost ground on Eli in days that they had missed recruiting him by bringing him into campus and starting conversations and trying to build that relationship. Obviously, coaches had a pretty big head start on Kelly as the LSU head coach, but what has your interactions been like with the new head coach? I'd imagine that he has reached out and made contact to coaches, especially with the programs like you have going up at Zachary.
Yeah, it's been good, man. He's trying to do the things you got to do here in Baton Rouge to win, and Joe Sloan, the quarterback coach, has led the recruitment as far as LSU is concerned with Eli. I think that the previous staff it really didn't recruit him, and that was kind of one of those things where you get a new staff in late, and they're trying to get things put together on their campus, and they're trying to hire a staff and dealing with the massive transfer portal issues that they had. And I get it. I mean, those things are the most important things. But as that's going on, solid recruitment is happening at other places as well. And I think that's just kind of what happened, and he, they made no bones about it here late, the way they feel about him. And I appreciate that. And I respect that, I think they're going to do big things there, and I'm excited to see what happens in Baton Rouge with it. So, yeah, I don't have any issues with them and the way they handled it as far as the new staff is concerned.
The buzz around Kylan Jackson seems to be growing as well. The safety that you have, I know, had a really nice junior season for you. What have you seen on his recruitment, and what is the expectations for him in your defense?
Yeah. The defensive guys that we had last year, we graduated the entire front six off that defense. Oof. And they were really strong for us, but he was a mainstay on the back end of that, and had a great state championship game where a lot of people got to see that, and obviously a lot of college recruiters have looked at that game and said, yeah, that guy can play for us. So it's certainly been a whirlwind with him as well, and we're excited to have him coming back for his senior year, and the Tigers are they're all over him, and they've done a tremendous job recruiting him, and I'm excited about it.
Coach, when you get it rolling like you got it rolling at Zachary, and the program is producing at the level that it is, and college coaches are constantly swarming around your campus, what are the challenges of keeping it up to that level? I think that you've built programs before, whether it was at Livonia, you've seen it done at Redemptorist. You're now running this machine at Zachary. What are the challenges when you get a program to this level of sustaining?
Right. Well, I'll tell you, there's a quote that stays on my whiteboard year round. It's never been erased, and it says, "Complacency is the enemy of greatness." And my deal is there's a word out there in the dictionary that absolutely scares the hell out of me, and that's complacency, right? And so that's the things that we talk about the most as a staff and as a team. The thing about high school sports is the fact that, when a season ends, a new one is coming, and your team is going to look vastly different. Most of the time, with a program that's winning a lot of games, they're playing a lot of seniors. So those seniors exit, a new group comes in, and so it's a different team, right? And so I think that's the beauty of high school football, where you can certainly concentrate on that on a yearly basis as you talk to your guys and say, listen, what has this specific team accomplished? And the answer to that is nothing, right? So how is that team gonna fill the shoes of the people that are gone, and how are they gonna try to come about with a successful season? I'll also say this, Jordy, and this people, because of the championships that we've won, there's a certain perception that's out there. I'll tell you this. This is crazy now. Since 1985, Zachary High School has had 6 Power 5 signers. So when you say that,
wow,
people are like, well, wait a second. What about, okay, that's 1. What about, okay, that's 2. Like, I can list them for you. I mean, it's really crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, this specific class we have coming up has got 3 of them in there. Right?
Yeah.
Eli, the quarterback, Kylan Jackson, the safety, and Ashley Williams, who's a defensive end that's getting a lot of interest right now and a lot of offers on the Power 5 level. So, and don't get me wrong. People out there listening, oh, Brew's complaining about talent. Are you kidding me? No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we have been fortunate to have some really good high school football players that are certainly bought in and committed to the Z on a daily basis, and they're coachable and they work hard. And that's, the success that we've had certainly stems from those kinds of program guys, no doubt.
We've been out there on many of Friday nights, and you can sense the pride in the community, what it means to that city. And when you watch them play, you see exactly what Coach Brew is describing. I mean, it is a lot of kids that have been born into that community, that have pride for that high school and that program, that are out there just giving their guts and blood for it, man. I mean, it's fun to watch, and it's incredible to see what you, with I know a ton of help, have built up there at Zachary. Coach, what's the summer look like for a high school program now, with 7-on-7 and weight training and camps and circuits and all that stuff? As the head coach, how do you outlay the next couple of months until you kick this thing off?
Yeah, I think very carefully you have to look at it and make sure that you realize or continue to realize that you're dealing with high school kids and their bodies need rest, right? So, we had a week off after the state championship game and immediately kicked into our off season. And then we went all the way through the 13th of May, which was when we finished spring practice. And I was really excited at that point. School ended a week earlier this year for some reason, as far as the calendar is concerned. So we were able to give them off from May 13th all the way to June 1st. So I've really forbid any player or coach to come into the office or into the facility during that time, because I think everybody needs some downtime and some rest and some family time. And then that way we can kind of hit the ground running when we come back on June 1st. But, we'll come in 4 days a week throughout the course of summer. We're part of a 7-on-7 league where we host every Wednesday 4 or 5 teams that'll come in and just try to get some work in that way. And then just start trying to, get our guys ready to go. We always, try to prepare for a 15-week season. So there's a specific way that we do things during the summertime to get ready for that. And certainly looking forward to this new process with this new team.
How many people ask you for gear daily?
I was going to ask.
A lot.
Well, you got 4 more of the room right now.
I was about to say, I hate to be so common. Can we get some gear, Coach?
Absolutely. We will absolutely send some Z-Swag over y'all's way.
Z-Swag. We will wear it every day.
Yes, we will.
Coach, you're the one seed as far as the unis are concerned. I know I tell you that all the time, but y'all's look is awesome. Thank you as always for the time. I know that
Does he get J's?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness.
Kidding?
What a life. Keep winning.
He will. Later, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for having me, Jordy.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. See you. There he is, Coach David Brewerton, checking in from the Z.
I can't wait to wear my jersey. I'm going to wear that jersey, y'all. Zachary.
Jumpsuit.
Yeah, the swag.
Oh, my gosh.
The TWAG.
The swag. The conversation over there brought to you by City Cafe. Remember, over at City Cafe, you can get in touch with them online at citycafebr.net. And stop in, lunch specials every day. Squeaky, Miranda, Cody, the crew, Dirk over there. They got crawfish as well, citycafebr.net, where great friends, where good friends go to meet over at City Cafe for
can be
great
great
food.
friends,
Yeah, for
too.
great food. Stop
Only
in
your
and see
good friends eat there with you, not your great ones.
Lunch specials. Do I have friends? I don't know if I have.
At least 3.
Friends, yeah. All right, citycafebr.net. We'll come back and close it out here on the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet.
Our chairs are going to be here.
Go Chevrolet is proud to announce Go Express Auto Sales, the new used car lot located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Go Express Auto Sales is online at goexpressautosales.com, or you can search them on Facebook and social media at Go Express Auto Sales, the newest addition to the family of Go Chevrolet. Remember, Go Chevrolet is located down in Laplace, Louisiana, but now welcoming aboard Go Express, the new used car lot located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's TRU bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. TRU bluewater.com.
The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you by A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Commercial or residential, A-Bears Lawn Maintenance is ready to work. A-Bears can tackle all your homeowners association requirements. Call Blake at 225-485-8022. A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you daily by Morales Roll-Offs. Morales Roll-Offs provides dumpster rentals for residential and commercial needs in Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. Morales has roll-off dumpsters ranging from 10 yards to 40 yards to accommodate all of your disposal needs. Search online, moralesrolloffs.com.
Papa Earl's, the fine spice, originating right down here in South Louisiana by our guy Mark Pop Norman. Developed it back in 2018 and won Amazon's Newcomer of the Year in 2019. They pride themselves in having 30% less salt and sodium than the leading brands at the same price point. You can find them locally. Look for Papa Earl's at Rouse's, Calandro's, Mathern's, High Neighbor, and more. jersey. Yeah. Welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet. Spirited debate inside of the studio. We got back on the jersey wearing debate.
It's a spirited debate in the chat, too, as usual. I love Hayden's comment. It's not a matter of judgment. It's a matter of fact.
Wow.
I think there's a cutoff on age, though. That's my
what we
argument on it. I am not by any means anti-jersey. Like, I think for every free dress day, Jordan wears some jersey.
Yeah.
Like he wear, like,
Yes, our kids
John
do
Morant.
wear jerseys.
When do you have that conversation with him? Like, what age?
I think you let him figure it out on his own. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to.
you do.
I'm not trying to
Police him?
give him my. You know, you make up your own mind on
Yeah.
it. You know,
What if you have a jersey kid?
You'll realize when you walk into a room at
You will.
27 with a jersey on that you're the outcast. You know what
Married
I mean?
with-
But I mean, if you need to go through that moment, then you should go through that moment.
Cooper
right?
came downstairs yesterday in a Bucks
Cooper's
jersey.
well in.
He's
the-
14.
yeah.
And, you know, no
Absolutely.
shirt underneath
Stewie's
a Bucks
still in the
jersey.
window.
But he didn't
See,
wear it out. We went
Noah
to dinner
turned 20
and he
yesterday.
put something over
Noah's
it.
still got a 4 or 5 year run in the
Yeah,
window.
you can wear a jersey.
I mean,
But you know what's weird is when like at LSU games and stuff, when I see like students wear jerseys of people that are currently on the team,
Yes.
because I'm like, we know these guys.
Yes,
or like
that is weird.
like,
I
to
call
me,
out to those
that's
people.
weird.
I said,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, Joe
See?
Burrow!"
Yeah, that's what I
No,
do.
Favorite
Joe
thing
Burrow,
to
that's
do.
different.
See,
That's
to me,
Joe Burrow.
To me, that's not weird. Like,
Joe
it would
Burrow
be,
isn't weird, but
it's
people
even
current.
it's stranger for me for the guy in section 230 showing up with the family of 4, rocking the Miles Brennan jersey.
While
You know
Miles
what I
Brennan
mean?
is
with,
playing.
with the
Wow, Miles
Brennan, with the
Brennan.
Brennan on the back of
While
it.
Brennan is playing
Yes.
with the personalized patch. But I mean, if his son, who's a college student, who's still sitting with him in the section, it's all good. He doesn't have to be in the student section. But if he's a young looking, you know, Bree, your age, a college student that walks in wearing, you know, I mean, Nussmeier's jersey, I get it.
I think it's weirder when like girls wear like, cause like some, you know, the girls will like talk to the players or whatever and they'll wear their jerseys and I'm just looking at them like, girl, you look stupid.
Sheesh.
Because he's definitely not, like, you're not the only one wearing that jersey, girl. I've seen,
You're not the
Well, I
only
mean,
one on Snapchat.
If she's wearing it for a pickup line, then I mean, bad play. But I mean, if
I-
she's just wearing it for some swag,
I
Is
mean,
she wearing it
that's
the next
American
morning?
Psycho vainness. If you're like,
Yes.
oh, she's got my
Yeah,
jersey,
right.
keep it on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think wearing a former player like a Joe Burrow or like a Odell or a Fournette, like that I get, but
Yeah.
I just think it's weird whenever college students that like go to LSU wear jerseys that are
Current
players that are currently on the team. Like I just think that's weird
It is
because
weird.
it's
a little caveat to
I
the
know.
spirit, a caveat to the jersey debate. Put it on the poll.
I know, but like I wore number 1 to the UCLA game.
Oh,
It
wow,
wasn't
Stewie's guilty.
wasn't just so
Heads
number
up.
1. Look,
Yeah,
Stewie,
when
you're
you
a
go to the
weirdo.
store, they only have 1, 9,
and 18.
7, and 18. That's it. So I'm like, look, I'm gonna just take
It
the
could
one
be
with
Jamar, it could be
right. It could be
Kayshawn.
anybody. Just
I'll gladly
one
wear
name
my
on
Love
Joe Burrow
Ricks.
jersey
Yeah.
any
Aren't
day
we
of the
wearing
week.
jerseys to a football game this season?
I know
Fuck
you
no.
are.
Katie,
But I'm wearing
you-
a baseball jersey.
No,
Is
you
that
should- we
different?
should
Why
make
do you
you
wear
wear
a
a
baseball
football
jersey to a football game?
Because
She
I
lost
lost
it
a
on
bet
that.
and I didn't make it to the baseball series, so I have to wear it to the
We got a couple
football game.
squelchers on bets over here. We're
Yeah.
trying to get into. We're in the Caesars
help that.
boat now, and we don't even have people that pay off their debts. No
So
Lannisters
baseball
here.
Lots
jersey
of
isn't
crawfish
as weird,
around
right?
Wait, what'd you say, Katie?
Baseball jersey isn't as weird, right, to wear.
If you style it right.
Yeah, not as weird as wearing a football
See, I think-
jersey
I
or
think-
basketball
I go with
jersey.
basketball jerseys for that. Like, cause you can't just like if you're old, you can't just. I don't even rock basketball
No,
jerseys. Like I
that's
might
a
rock it
hard
like
one.
once
Wow.
every once in a while. Did it for
Okay.
St. Patty's Day because it was green. You know,
Okay.
had the green
Who'd
one.
you
but
go
like,
with? Tatum?
No, it was Will Smith. Yeah,
wow.
Bel Air Academy.
Really?
Was this pre
Yeah.
was this pre or post slap?
That's post slap, right? No.
Post slap. This was pre-slap.
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 Was St.
Okay.
Patrick's Day
I
pre-slap?
think it was.
Yeah,
I think
it was. It was
I think
definitely
Okay.
I think it was.
slap. Definitely happened in like April.
We have some
Okay,
mailbag
okay.
questions.
Hit me.
How far do you think LSU baseball goes in Hoover?
Boosted up from 300 to 350 if you took it on Caesars. Mic'd up. CZN for your promo
Damn.
code. Boom.
Wow.
$1,100 free play.
Okay.
Wow, that was great, Lord.
Okay.
I took it.
That
The
was like
robot spit it out.
when Will Ferrell blacked out.
I would love to see LSU. I would love to see this LSU team play Tennessee.
That's
Oh,
they're matched up
jeez.
too. One
Yeah.
win each, and they're playing each other.
Right.
I would go to that game.
I mean, that would be.
Your plans are so bizarre.
Do you think
They
they have a
are,
chance against Tennessee?
I do.
I do.
I mean, because of their offense. I mean, like I know Tennessee hits bombs too, but I mean, with LSU's offense, the way that they've scored, you know, I mean, or the capability of what they have and can do, they're not out of any game. There's nobody that I look at and I say, if you're LSU, they scare me. You just don't know. You're scared of your own team. Like, I'm scared that we might, if you're LSU, not we, but if you're LSU, if you're like nervous of what team's going to show up, you know, like, I mean, could it be the team that showed up in Baton Rouge versus Oxford? Or is it Game 3 team versus Vanderbilt? You know what I mean? Like,
scored 3 touchdowns.
I mean, that Game 3 team versus Vanderbilt, I'd put that squad up against anybody.
The Astros.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, yeah, I think they got a chance. Would I bet? I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable betting on them just because.
Depends on the odds. See if we can catch a run and a half or something.
Maybe so.
But
Bro, you are a degenerate.
no, it's just part of my life now. It's part of the game.
Part of my life.
Been doing it since I was 15. But don't you think that the Tennessee LSU series is always it's already contentious?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seems like they've been eyeing each other from the corner. Like,
wasn't Vitello talking shit about Maneri?
I don't know.
Last year in the,
I think
in the
so. Well, I think he
regional,
was
didn't
like
he
making
say
a play
something
for a
like-
job. Yeah, he was.
Wasn't he like talking about like he made like a snide comment about
think
something
so.
that Maneri had done? Either way, it was true.
That was our guy.
Yeah, right. It was our guy.
That
man.
was our guy.
The Bakers asked Lloyd, "Are you enjoying the couch? Looks comfortable."
I
look
am.
very
Plenty of
comfortable.
room. Come on down. I think we're about to get rid of it though.
We are
Yeah, we
about to
are.
get rid of
We're reshuffling the room here.
So, enjoy it while I
and
can.
We are going to.
You need to lie down on it then until that day.
We're gonna
Which
change
the day
up.
is Friday.
I won't even be here. I'm leaving today.
Oh, that's right. So when
Going
you get back,
to-
it'll look different.
Yeah, it'll be a fun surprise.
I love that.
Lloyd's turned part time on us.
That's right. We work
Sure.
for
A couple of days a week.
365 days in a row, and then you go on one vacation. All of a sudden, you get your
He's
spot.
quit.
I got Wally Pippened.
Sorry, bro.
It's all right. You're doing great over there.
Thank you.
Take the pebble from my hand.
Wouldn't be
You're
out here.
doing
Wouldn't be
great,
over here
sweetie.
without you.
That's right.
All right,
Drew
all
Brees
right,
meme.
All right. You two knock it off. Any more
pass the
questions,
torch.
Bree?
Yeah, killing the chemistry.
No, they have one about National Wine Day. What's your favorite type of wine to drink?
The house.
Brian Burgess asked.
Port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Port will get you hammered.
Give me the house cab.
It depends on the food, right? Doesn't
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not a big white wine guy.
You're
wine
not-
white wine with
not even
chicken?
in the
I like
summer?
white wine.
I do too.
Headaches.
Yeah. Wine in general. Headaches.
Wine in general.
Would you still slap the bag?
Depending on the night and the
What?
circumstance, I wouldn't say no for sure.
Yeah, what
I've
are we
never
talking
had
about with
box
this slap
wine.
the
What's slap
bag?
the bag?
Oh, it's a very white activity. It's very Caucasian.
Very-
It's a very white
Fraternity.
No, like spring break.
Oh,
What does it
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
16, 17.
So
where
you
like,
get
take the Franzia
the
bag,
box of wine, you take it
pass
out,
the room, and you slap
the bag, then you undo the nozzle.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
so it's like shotgun and wine.
You're right.
That's what
Wow.
it is. That's what
Wow.
it is.
It'll twist you up.
I didn't know
Quick.
that.
That.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
Well,
that.
wine twists you up.
Yeah.
Quick.
It's a blast. I'm surprised you've never done it.
I
Well,
haven't.
she's
I mean,
probably done it. She just
we
didn't
had
know the title.
Francia in the
Right.
trunk of our car for like late night at the fraternity houses because we couldn't drink because we'd go out there and like pour it from our trunk. But I never slapped the bag. I didn't know that was a thing.
Siphon gasoline and drink that.
It's like it was your young age trying to get drunk quick.
Yeah, that's it. And it's a very like
I
high
wasn't
school
trying.
also.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like we got a box of wine from
Yeah,
mom's
right.
cabinet. She won't
Yeah,
know that she's got
right.
10 of them.
Right.
Whatever gets me the drunkest.
Jeez, this
the
bag's
quickest.
all gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Fill it
Yo,
up
your
with
mom's a drunk. What do you want me to tell you?
fill it up with water and pee in it.
You'll never know.
Slap the bag.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Yeah, that's like.
That kind of sounds disturbing.
It is.
It
It is.
It sounds really perverted.
It does.
And you get judged on your slap. Like
Absolutely.
you got to get good firm contact on that thing.
What
I did
do you
it.
mean? Is it two-handed?
No, it's
This is
it's
the
up to you.
You can do
Personal
a two-hand.
preference.
I've seen a two-hand test.
You got to get creative with it.
Yeah, I've
you
seen
get
people-
creativity points.
Tickle it. I've seen the hold and the slap. Yes.
Wow.
You get it ready.
I've never seen the petting.
Yeah, you got foreplay.
I'm gonna get a bag and we're gonna test
Slap
this
it?
out.
Yeah.
We're gonna slap the bag.
That's a young drunk.
It's a young
Should we do
man's
it
game.
Friday at the
Ooh,
crawfish
I don't
bowl?
know.
Yes.
We got too many
We're
people coming
slapping the
through.
bags, y'all.
Slapping the bag.
I remember my first time slapping the bag was at spring break, like as a freshman hanging out with the older kids.
You
and
have to
being
do
like,
it.
What are they doing?
It's like initiation.
It
Yes,
is.
it was.
Can I slap the bag?
Absolutely. No,
No, it's not an ask.
No,
It's a-
no, it wasn't an ask. It like got to me, it was
Culotta.
like, slap the bag. And I was like,
Is it a Louisiana thing? Was it like a local thing?
No, I think
That
it's
was
just
all
a
made up?
It's a worldwide
White fraternity thing.
Absolutely.
Right.
We did it at
The overprivileged white kid.
Absolutely.
Cody Boudreaux said this convo is making me uncomfortable.
No chaperones.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, what time is the Baker's asked? What time is Rose Where My Dog's At starting tomorrow?
6 to 8 o'clock. 6 to 8 is going to be Row every Thursday night. Great promo yesterday. Put out.
Yeah.
We all put it
He's
out.
good. I mean, he's
You all
electric.
subscribe.
Yeah, it's going to be great. That show's going to get better and better over time. It's going to originate out of a. We're actually building a new studio for him under this roof, or just putting together a new studio for him under this roof, and it's going to come out of a different part of the Noodle. But I think for the first couple of weeks, it'll be in this studio before we get it up and moving. So 6 to 8 o'clock. Set your clocks and your calendars for every Thursday night, 6 p.m. A part of FM Digital. Also got to get those YouTube numbers up and moving for Where My Dog's At. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you have clicked on that subscription button, hit the bell to keep you notified that it can come up when it'll be coming up for Where My Dog's At.
What's the
Here's
name
another,
of the channel?
Where My Dog's
Where
At.
My Dog's At
With
with a
a
Z.
Z?
Dogs
Yeah.
with a Z.
Jamil, can we put a link to the YouTube channel? Jamil's actually going to be running the social media for Row on that. She's done a great job already building the Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube numbers. She's going to put the link inside of the chat so you can click right on it. And if you have not subscribed, give it a follow.
Louis Carroll said, then you fall asleep and she slaps your bag.
That's
Oh!
exactly
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking when you said slap
That's
the bag.
that's
That was
definitely
immediately where I
definitely a
went.
wake up of what happened.
Yes.
Like that, the Franzia slap the bag drunk.
You woke
is
up
a-
with somebody slapping your bag.
Just, I mean,
It's a blur.
I mean, it's like what?
It's a
happened?
whirlwind. Absolutely.
WAFB is not going to take this entire episode today.
No, not the
They're like, we're done.
You know what, WFB? Slap the bag.
Slap the bag.
Slap the bag.
Right.
If you hit an old woman,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
The Vandy
I
Whistler.
guess it would be. Yeah,
I've been
Mince
slapping the
almost
bag.
slapped the bag last
Not slap
night.
the hag.
Slap the bag. The old bag. But I did have to slap the bag on July the 4th. We went to Lake Travis.
Like this past July
No, this
4th?
was 4
Okay.
years
I was
ago.
about to say,
Yeah,
probably
no,
this
this
past
is
one.
probably I was probably 23, old enough, young enough to still
Old
be
enough.
slapping the bag. Either way, it was right in the middle.
Am I young enough to slap the bag?
Yeah, you can still slap the bag if it's out. I'll still slap the bag if I see
Anybody
one.
can slap the bag.
But we had to slap the bag and go down the slide of the boat. And I had I went full like general outfit. I had like camouflage vest on and like camouflage pants on. When I went down the slide, all my pockets filled up with water. I almost fucking drowned out there.
almost
And I went like 15 feet off the boat, like
have a
slid
video?
down.
Do you have a video?
No, I have a picture of me in the air. But they had to like throw me a life raft. They're like, "Are you doing a bit?" I was like, "I'm fucking dying. Like, help!" And it was, dude, this was 10 minutes into the party. I didn't think about it at all. Dude, I almost sunk like a rock. Dude, they dragged me off the boat. When I tell you I laid on the ground, I was just like, give me 1 minute.
Oh my God.
Give me, like, I couldn't breathe. It was
That's
terrifying.
terrible.
It was.
I thought he was gonna
I
die.
was going to fight for my life for no reason.
Don't slap the bag. There's your warning. Don't slap the bag.
Lloyd screwed it up for everybody.
They're like, get this fucking guy out of here. He's trying to kill himself.
Keep him in the water. They would
We
have.
all paid our dues, dude. We all put our money up, and Lloyd 10 minutes in's dead.
Dude, they would have known what to do with me. They would have rolled me back in the water. Like, he's fine.
Just leave him.
He went out the way he wanted to go.
Just treat him like Bernie for the next 10 hours, dude. We're partying.
There's really no
We're
difference.
partying.
It was terrifying.
He's blue. Who cares?
I
Jeez.
have a picture
All right, I
somewhere.
don't want to slap the bag anymore then.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
Take
bag's
this
fault. It
10
was
minutes
the,
in.
it was the army fatigues.
Is this a bit?
That's the best.
Oh, it's awful.
See, that's the worst part about being the clown in the friend group. though. Because everybody always thinks you're just
They think
joking.
you're
And it's
joking.
like,
That's right.
when it's serious, it's
Right.
like, stop fucking joking. And it's
Right.
like, no, I'm not
dying.
joking. I'm about to die.
I'm slapping the bag and drowning.
Lloyd said he's about to die.
You're literally, he's slapping the bag. He has a photo of him slapping the bag.
Yeah,
And then doing the slide.
Look,
Can you zoom in on this?
it'd have to be the P to Z.
Where is it?
Oh, do you want
No,
me to-
do that one. Do that
Yeah,
one. It's good.
remote it
This is
in,
me.
bro. Remote it
Yeah.
in.
Look at this skinny guy telling me to slap the bag. I listened to him.
Just
but
peer pressure.
Yeah.
Who is that skinny guy?
He worked on the boat. And
Oh,
so that was his
wow.
job. So I'm going down the slide.
Liability,
And this is
bro.
me in the air. and then all of it, and all this died.
Like at that point, you knew like,
Yeah, Lloyd's in. All right, Lloyd's in.
Went full army.
Come on back, Lloyd.
get the fuck up.
See, I can't pretend to like
Shoot a flare at him. See if he moves.
I feel like I was a Navy SEAL.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Awful,
He
dude.
looked just like a Navy SEAL.
And I'm a terrible swimmer to begin with.
Oh,
so it's just,
that's panic, dude.
It
That's
was
a
full
sense of panic.
It was.
That's
I was
a
like,
panic.
It got to the point. It's like I think I'm fucking dying. I'm gonna die right here. Nobody is helping me. They're just laughing at me. Oh,
See, that's how people
Gotta
die.
be the cool guy, bro. Gotta be the cool
Trying to
guy.
start the party and end the party.
Big slide guy, huh?
I wanted to go down head first.
Jesus, thank God you didn't.
Oh my
dude,
God, I forgot about
That's
that.
amazing.
10 minutes in.
Y'all, we should get a
Everybody
celebrity
load
coffee.
up.
Lloyd killed
Lloyd's
himself.
dead.
We're gonna put that.
Down on our front lawn Friday for the crawfish boil.
What?
You had a slip and slide? Hell yeah.
Hell
That made
yeah.
me think of it. Lloyd going down the hill.
When
made
I
me
was
think of it.
younger,
I
my
don't
dad
know.
used to
into
just-
Government Street?
We
I mean, if
totally
you ain't dead then, you're about to die, brother.
Look both ways.
We're going to make sure and kill you this time.
Take out a pedestrian.
Lloyd, you go first.
You got a pool? I did see a
We
guy.
can fit one somewhere.
I did
Just
see
get a tarp and just put
Yeah.
soap and water on
I
it.
have a
little-
slip and slide though. At
Oh,
home.
like an actual slip and
Yes,
slide?
an actual slip and slide. Yeah,
Golly.
we should do it, y'all.
Yeah,
Nothing
put some like
better.
Dawn dish soap and
Yes.
put some like baby
Wow, that's
oil
the
on
best,
it.
We will
dude.
You gonna
cross
fly.
over
Oh,
Government
did
Street.
you do Crisco?
We used to go put the slip and
yeah.
slide on Highland Road Park on the hill.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything better when you're a kid?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's
You
the
will wear
best.
yourself
Nothing.
out immediately.
I jump on a
grass
slip and slide
burns
today.
up your legs.
Oh, I would definitely.
I would do it today.
It's a timeless activity.
yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
We do it.
It would
still.
probably be a slap the back thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, totally.
I would
Slap the
full, I
bag
would
on the
full
slip and slide.
sprint Pete Rose slide into a slip and slide.
Absolutely. You want to go from the slip and slide onto the grass and
Absolutely.
carry.
Yeah.
No doubt about
You
it.
don't
That was
touch
the only
grass.
thing about Highland Road Park. When you started to slide down the hill, you did get a little cut up.
Yeah.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? But a kid, who cares?
It's
Yeah.
worth it though.
Absolutely.
It's gonna heal.
And if you slap the bag, you can't feel shit. You know what I mean? So you're all good. All right, good show today. We appreciate your interaction. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that like button, share button, comment button. Remember, 11 a.m. this morning, Mic'd Up will be originating for Mic'd Up over on his YouTube channel. And then tomorrow night, Where My Dog's At with Rohan Davey. The link should be inside of the chat. Make sure that you click on that link and subscribe before we get out of here. Louis Caro says baby shampoo is the as the lube on a slip and slide is
Baby oil or baby
man,
shampoo?
They take off,
baby
bro. It's like a
shampoo?
plane.
Probably because it doesn't burn your eyes.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one's
If you
weird.
get it in your eyes, it
That's
doesn't
true.
burn.
That's true.
All right, have a great day. Hit that like button, share button, comment button. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Tuesday for Lee. If I survive Vegas.
Aw.
How do you
Don't
guys
flap
make
the
Spirit
slap the
Airlines.
bag thumbnail?